Dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum, magbabanggaan na naman ang mga paborito ng buong bayan. It is Barangay Ginebra taking on San Mig Coffee. Sina Vernon Macklin susubukan ang lakas ng ating reigning best import na si Denzel Bulls. Pero syempre, pag Manila Clasico ang ating pinag-usapan, hindi lang mga import na mga bida, yung mga superstar din ang ating tututukan. The reigning MVP Mark the Spark Kagiwa pitted against a two-time PBA MVP in James Yap. Welcome everybody to this exclusive coverage ng Active Manila Clasico Desperation Edition. Ang kwento natin sa gabing ito. Mag-umargin po at makakasama natin one of the 25 greatest to ever play the game of basketball dito sa Pilipinas and the birthday boy himself, Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Coach?
Good to see you again. I'm working right now on my birthday.
Yan. The way to do it, di ba? And what better way to spend it then tututukan natin itong Manila Clasico. Ibang klaseng bakbakan na naman ang ating matutunghayan dahil itong Barangay Ginebra, iisa pa lang ang panalo dito sa Commissioner's Cup. Kaya naman sila, backs against the wall na.
Well, two teams going in opposite direction right now. San Mig Coffee going, winning three in a row, and Ginebra right now is really trying to find what kind of game they want to play. Of course, they have a new system with Coach Francis. And so far, they have shown only one win, and that's not good enough for the whole barangay fans na nag-aabang sa kanila na manalo naman sana itong Ginebra today.
Ito yung masakit na talo nung nakaraan na itong Barangay Ginebra na sila'y mapataob ng rain or shine. How will they bounce back dito sa loob ng libo-libo sa loob ng Big Dome? Makakatapat pa nila ang San Mig Coffee na mula nung bumalik ito si Denzel Bulls. Championship form na ang pinapakita dito.
Well, one good thing that happened for San Mig Coffee right now is the return to form of Denzel Bulls. But again, they were saying si Denzel Bull is not yet 100%. So, what is Denzel Bull like when he plays 100%? He will be off the charts.
75-68 was the final score ng huling laro neto San Mig Coffee. Their third victory in a row. Alaska pa yung napataob nila sa pagkakataong yun. At sa ngayon yun pa lang din ang nagiging talo netong mga alas. The monster matchup na ating tututukan. Siyempre wala nang iba yan kundi si Denzel Bulls at si Vernon Macklin. Ito, ano ba ang alam natin tungkol sa dalawang to?
Well, to start with Denzel Bull right now, he is pretty much an outside player, perimeter player, but he also has a post-up game, which in short, you know, he's an all-around kind of guy. But dito naman si Macklin, he's more of an inside presence and operator, back to the basket kind of guy. But they need more from Macklin than just the inside points. He needs to be an intimidator down inside in the paint.
And the Araneta Coliseum is starting to rock and roll on this Sunday evening. Super Bowl Sunday po tayo, Manila Clasico edition. The superstars being introduced, the fans already making themselves heard. Laban ng sapula sa puti, ang mga nakaputi ni na Coach Tincon, makakatapat ang mga nakapula ni Coach Al Francis Chua. Taking a look at the starters para sa pagkabilang koponan, it is going to be L.A. Tenorio, Vernon Macklin, Chris Ellis, Billy Mamaril at si Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Makakatapat sina Mark Baroka, Denzel Bulls, Joe Devance, Mark Pingris, and big game James Yap.
One thing we have to remember right here for Ginebra.
What a spectacular way to open your Manila Clasico.
Yeah, and one of the plays that LA needs to do for all his teammates right now is to get the other guys going. Kasi ang nangyari doon sa Ginebra, iilan lang yung scores kanila, 2 puntos sa kanila.
L.A. Tenorio issuing his first assist of the night in spectacular fashion. Papunta kay Chris Ellis. Paano babawi ang San Mig Coffee? Devance over to James Yap. Kagiwa on and the two superstars going head-to-head. Turnaround fade away. James will miss. Pingris tracks it down para dito sa mga nakaputi. And he finds James. Bitawan nga lang yung bola.
The kind of effort that they need from Pingris, he's always been consistent in that aspect, going for the loose ball, doing all the dirty plays, and sometimes right here I will see the replay right from the get-go.
A half-court alley-oop pass papunta kay Chris Ellis. Ganyan binubuksan ang Super Bowl Sunday dito. San Mig Coffee looking to strike back. Devance sa poste, Kagiwa on him, they swing it around. Baroka with a pull-up from the elbow. In and out, Macklin for his first board. Tenorio dribbling away from trouble. They go to Ellis. Macklin sa poste kontra kay Bowles. Mate-testing na. Ganito pa kaaga. Babangga minsan. Macklin spins away. Jump hook. No. Bowles for the rebound.
I would say that that's a good shot. I think that's one of the shots that he can make. But Denzel is also a pretty good defender. Kaya mahihirapan din siya kahit paano.
Devance kontra Ellis. JDV looking for the advantage. They swing it around. James for three. Punches it through.
James lives up to this kind of game na ang daming tao sa Coliseum. I don't know, for some reason. That's the reason why it's big game, James.
Nang ganun lang, abante na ang San Mig Coffee. Kagiwa, babawi. All board. Biggest for the rebound. Here comes Baroka racing down the floor. Bowles sumihingi kontra kay Mamaril. Tignan mo naman yung kiskisan doon sa bakbakan sa pwestuhan. They swing it the other way. James with a pull-up. Nice pick coming from Sakuragi.
A nice start by James up right now. You know, it's not a problem for Ginebra also on the other side. He's starting the game really well. And now he's another alley.
Time around, hindi nakuha ni Vernon Macklin. Yap leaves it off para kay Baroka. Mamaril switches out on him. They go to Bowles. Hinahanap sana si James on the backdoor cut. Kicked away by Ginebra.
I have a feeling that James is very relaxed as he started this game. He's not really forcing his shots like here with that three-point shot. Kagiwa should have a better idea of where he was being a shooter. Itong si James yan.
Devance, hinahanap sana si Baroka. Napunta kay Bowles ang bola. Denzel kontra Mamaril decides to put it up. Matalas, rebound battle. Macklin almost lost it. Dapat 3 minuto lumilipas. Grabe na ang hiyawan ng mga fans dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta.
Interesting matchup. Si Pingris, kinukuha niya si Kagiwa. And you know, ito si Pingris, he always has the responsibility of picking up the toughest scorers on the other side.
Billy Mamaril though makes him pay for leaving him open. Ginebra is within 1. Things starting to settle down on the floor para sa magkabilang koponan. Baroka against 2. They go to Ping. 1 dribble. The Statue of Liberty shot Mintes. Devance keeps it alive. James Yap wants Baroka to reset this attack.
I wouldn't have complained if James took that shot.
Denzel Bowles goes glass for his first 2.
What a difference an import can do to your team in terms of not only scoring but the inspiration and the excitement that he brings to your team. Ito si Denzel Bowles for San Mig Coffee.
Mamaril from the right side this time. 2 for 2 para kay Billy Nunns.
So now, Joe is saying to his coaching staff, am I going to get it? Close him up.
Oh, James Yap bothered by Macklin. Chris Ellis steps on the brakes. Tenorio di discarte. Mamaril once again. 3 for 3 para kay Billy.
Now I get it because right now, Joe was asked to guard Mamaril maybe 6 feet away. And he just made 3 straight shots. So now, do you change your game plan?
James on the catch, splitting 2 defenders. Fouled on the reach-in by Mamaril.
And knowing Coach Tim, if he has a game plan about somebody else, about particular here, and as you see, LA, another assist right there, and Mamaril, one of his 3 shots from the outside, is that Tim doesn't really change his game plan.
Ginebra with a steal. Tenorio high off the glass. Lamang ang Ginebra ng 3. Tenorio sumobra gigil sa pagkakataong yun. Thought he had a clear shot at the leather.
Sometimes those fouls that you give away, sometimes unnecessarily, would nakaka-affect sa game towards the end. Maybe that's his first foul, but LA is one of the players na importante. He needs to kind of titignan mo muna kung paano mini-spend yung fouls.
Let's see if LA can refocus here. Bowles puts it on the floor. Macklin for the rebound. Pupunta kay Kagiwa. Now na si Tenorio. Teniente sa kabilang dulo. Puts it up and out. Kagiwa battles for it. The putback is good.
We're seeing the fight right now from Ginebra. And Magu, question is, are they going to maintain this kind of energy down towards the fourth quarter?
Mark Kagiwa not giving up on that last sequence, puts Ginebra up by 5, 12-7. Si Erica Padilla atin ang makakasama sa aming pagbabalik. Ang puso na liga na si Mark the Spark Kagiwa magparamdam na dito sa Manila Classico, averaging just under 22 points per ball game, pero ang bonus dyan, tignan mo naman yung rebounds at assist ng ating reigning MVP. Talaga namang as time is going along, nagiging more rounded player etong si Kagiwa. And for more on the Spark, isali na natin sa ating kwentuhan si Erica Padilla.
Ano man ang sitwasyon, kinakikitaan pa rin ang consistency ang tinaguri ang puso ng PBA na si Mark Kagiwa. Although hindi maiiwasan na medyo manghina ang pusong iyan dahil ang pagkakatalo daw nila ay dulot ng sarili nilang pagkakamali. Sila daw mismo ang tumatalo sa kanilang mga sarili. By missing free throws and turnovers, wala na daw kinalaman ang kalaban sa pwedeng ikagaganda ng kanilang laro. Hindi man daw imposible manalo, hindi lang daw mayaalis ang pressure na kailangan labanan to get to that focus to win. Kaya abangan na lang natin how big of a heart ang ipapakita ni Mark Kagiwa and the rest of the barangay ngayong gabi para sa Manila Classico. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica. Coach Jolas, pressure yan yung isa sa mga salitang tila napura mo sa iyong bokabularyo na naglalaro ka pa. How do you get rid of it, especially in front of a mammoth crowd like this?
Pressure in a different sense, Maguna. Pressure on yourself to win ball games are different from pressure when you are in a championship or in a crucial game. Dahil para sa Ginebra right now, this is their playoff game. Dahil if they don't to start winning again, they're going to be out of the playoffs. And Mark is feeling the heat right now because their team is really struggling.
Etong Barangay Ginebra, after tonight, next Sunday na ulit maglalaro. Ang Token Dex Tropang Dexters pa makakalaban nila before nilang makatapat ang Meralco at Barako Bull. Take another look at that last sequence. Mamaril looked like he wanted to throw it down against Bulls.
Kind of far away from the basket though, kaya lang, well, I'd rather see him go to the basket aggressively.
Billy Mamaril takes care of that first free throw. What a start so far para dito kay Billy Mams, hitting his first 3 shots from the perimeter.
And not only him, pero sa buong Ginebra team, ang ganda ng start nila. Pero they need to continue this, and Mamaril now with his 7th point, and this is a big plus for them because ang Ginebra, si LA lang at saka si Kagiwa ang palaging consistently there dun sa scoring column nila, and no other player is scoring for them.
Bulls sa poste, Mamaril on him. He goes cross court to Baroka. Tenorio shutting the baseline. Baroka dribbles out. Macklin out, switching on him. Balls underneath. Wala nang magagawa doon si Billy Mams.
Yeah, that's too close to the basket para dito kay Denzel Balls. And Billy, you know, andun siya doon na nakapatong siya pero nakuha pa rin yung bola ni Denzel Balls.
Tenorio on the move. Looking for Macklin at the post. Itong import ng Barangay Ginebra, wala pang naiambag in terms of points until now after that jump hook.
San Mig Coffee is not going to double him, but the problem there with Denzel was that he was going to his strong side, which is going to the right. Ang scouting report was he doesn't have much of a counter move.
Siguro kanan ang napapansin so far sa nagiging performance na ito ni V-Mac. Bulls naman, he's shown his range here in the Commissioner's Cup. James will miss, pero ang bola napulot na lang ni Bing. James isolated against the rookie Chris Ellis. Jab step fake, tutulong si Tenorio. He goes to Devance, back to James. Step back 3. No go. At sa rebound battle, nabura dun. Etong si Mamaril.
Excellent job by Billy Mamaril, just face guarding him. You know, you don't have to get the rebound for as long as he doesn't also get the rebound. It was Denzel Bolts.
15-9 is the score. Barangay Ginebra up by 6 points. As Kirby Raimundo is making his way to the scorer's table. Mamaril may tangan ng bola. Kagiwa tracking on the baseline to get it over to Macklin. Ellis on the flash. Kagiwa ngayon, naipit. Taken away by Baroka, and he will have a gimme dito sa kabilang dulo.
Mark Kagiwa wanted to get that back. He did not read the defense, but Baroka was right on the passing lane.
Uchal Francis Chua wants to talk things over. Barangay Ginebra, apat pa rin ang abante. Etong San Mig Coffee, syempre sasandal dito sa mukha ng PBA na si Big Game James Yap, just under 15 points per ball game ang kanyang average dito and better than 3 rebounds. Pero pagka ganitong mga okasyon, asahan mo na si James will always come out to play.
14 points is a decent number. But also in games like this is usually where the superstars come out and play harder or play better.
And for more on James Yap, balikan natin si Erica.
Sa comment na si James Yap daw, ang face of the PBA, no comment na lang ang binigay niya sa akin. Definitely, it's flattering. Thankful siya because laging nadidikit ang pangalan niya sa phrase na iyon, and it just means that he must be doing something right and remarkable. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica. So, nahihiya pa si James na ayaw niya yung responsibilidad na siya yung face of the PBA.
Well, whether you like it or not, you are the face of the PBA dahil ito si James. Well, having gone through MVP awards and wherever he goes, parang pwede mo na siyang ihambing sa mga artista sa Pilipinas dahil nakikilala talaga siya kahit saan.
17-11 is the score. Barangay Ginebra back up by 6 points. Devon Smith angan ng bola. Less than 3.5 remaining in this opening frame. King looking for Devon. Tapped away by Kagiwa. Tenorio back to Kagiwa for a 3. Bang!
Not so much about the three-point shot of Mark Kagiwa on transition. It was the defensive stop for Ginebra. This is one thing that's lacking for Ginebra so far in their 5 losses. They're giving away 42% field goal para sa kalaban nila. And in return, sa kanila 38% field goal lang silang offense.
Ang problema pa, lalo from that 3-point line, Coach Jolas, Barangay Ginebra before the Super Bowl Sunday is dead last, shooting just 24% from deep. Mark Kagiwa wanting to change that right here, right now.
And the problem with missed 3-point shots, it's you always have long rebounds, and if they get that long rebound, they go straight to transition and score.
20-11 is the score. San Mig Coffee staring at the largest deficit of this contest. Second personal foul whistled on Mark Kagiwa.
Yeah, one of the problems for Kagiwa right now is how to match up with Joe Devance. And it's not only Ginebra that has a match-up problem with Joe Devance because he's playing a 3 position. And if he goes to the post, they're usually being guarded by a small guy.
Denzel Bowles muscles his way through. 6 na puntos na para sa reigning MVP na itong Commissioner's Cup. Raquel pumasok na para dito kay Kagiwa. Natatanggap ng bola. Ingris on it. They go to the post. Kirby coming off a double-double performance last time around. Gets it back over to Baracael. Kirby with 3 to shoot. He's got to put it up. Kirby pulls the trigger and delivers.
Kirby having a resurgence right here after scoring 18 points in 25 minutes last game. Binibigyan ulit ng chance ni Coach Chwalay itong si Kirby.
Bulls against Raimundo. Huli ka! Pero Barangay Ginebra could not recover that leather. Take another look at that last block. Bago pa man, maswat away ni Macklin yun. Halos nabitawan na talaga.
Doble yung supalpal na naabot niya.
James, no go. Macklin for the board. Wala na pong 2 minuto na ditira sa ating unang yugto. Ito po ang Manila Classico Desperation Edition. Ellis for 3. So, Kirby, binura. Itong si Ping. That's gonna be a foul. Ang problema, penalty na ang Barangay Ginebra. So, 2 shots para kay Sakuragi. Itong Barangay Ginebra, second worst in the league pagdating sa free throws allowed per contest. Ang magandang matchup na lang nila dito sa San Mig Coffee, they're second worst in the league in terms of free throw percentage. 61.9% lang as a team ang San Mig Coffee.
Well, they're giving away how many free throws a game?
20. No, higit 20.
So if you give away a lot of free throws, it means you're getting broke down on defense. So habol, foul ka lang ng foul. So that's in particular part of the defensive category. Pareho din ang field goal defense na binibigay mo sa kalaban mo. Kung madali kang sumit sa kanila, may problema ka sa defense. This has been the reason for teams who are struggling. If you look at the defensive category and stats, it would not lie to you. Okay, tingnan mo yun, they're all at the bottom of the standings.
So right now, with 1 minute and 32 remaining in this first quarter, 14 puntos pa lang pinamimigay ng Barangay Ginebra. Should be a good sign for the Ginebra Faithful.
That's a good sign. 14 points, and maybe the field goal defense right now is right below 40% para sa San Mig Coffee.
Kirby, one dribble pull-up is good. 10 na ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Simon now part of the 5 kasama sina Alex Malyari, Denzel Bowles, Mark Pingris, and James Yap. They go to Malyari on the left. Bowles sa poste, humihingi kontra ni Raimundo. Denzel facing up against Kirby. Step back jumper is fouled.
Now that's going to be his second foul. Or third. And he's playing too well right now to be off the bench, to go back and sit down. Dahil sino na naman happen? I think Rudy should be there right now, but Rudy, you know, he's so undersized kung babantayin niya itong import.
Masyadong malaki sa Bulls, pero Coach Francis Chua, no move to pull out Kirby right now. And now he starts to look down his bench.
Yeah, kung titingin sa doon, kung wala sa makikita, anong gagawin mo sa coach?
And then pinapaalala lang niya kay Kirby that he should settle down at pinapaalala lang tatlo na ang kanyang personal foul. Bowles misses the second. Less than a minute remaining in quarter number 1. Malyari hounding. Etong si Teniente. Kirby fakes a pass. Crossover. Raimundo loses that leather.
Well, I don't understand the move of Coach Chua of leaving Kirby there right now on the floor with 3 fouls.
Right on cue, Billy Mamaril is being redeployed here by Coach Francis. Simon over to Ping. James mula sa kaliwa, crossover. Linipit na yung bola. Big game, James now with 7 points. And that brings San Mig to within 7 of Ginebra. Slight differential between quarter clock and shot clock. Macklin realizes, spins into traffic. No, Ellis had a hand on it. Macklin secures that rebound. They can offer the last attempt. Raimundo from 17. No go, PJ Simon has enough time. 2 to shoot. PJ, Hail Mary. In and out off the board.
Munti ka na.
Would have blown the roof off the big dome. Kung sakaling kumagat yun. 24-17 is the score. Barangay Ginebra. What a solid start para dito kay Billy Mamaril, hitting his first 3 shots. Pero si James Yap nakakapitong puntos na rin. Mark the Spark Kagiwa though, hindi talaga susuko para dito sa Gen Kings. Abante ang Ginebra by 7 points. More than 16,500 nagsisiksikan ngayon dito sa loob ng Big Dome. Bakit nga naman hindi? Super Bowl Sunday na, Manila Clasico pa ang sabay-sabay nating natutunghayan. What action we are witnessing here. Mag-margin po kasama natin si Coach Jojo Lastimosa with Erica Padilla patrolling the sidelines. Andiyan din sa radyo naman over DZSR 918 AM ang ating mga kapatid na si Benji Santiago and Zaldi Perez. Pasalamat na rin sa 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, and 96.3 Easy Rock.
Looking at the sideline dito sa bench sa San Mig Coffee, looking at Daniel Barreto right in front of the face of Denzel Bowles, giving instructions to Denzel na ngawit yung leg ni Johnny.
Bowles getting the starting nod for the second quarter kasama sina Mark Pingris, who is attacking Macklin right now. Mark Pingris nilamon ng buong si Bima.
Nice move by Fingers. Usually he goes to his right, but that one, Fingers was able to develop that left-hand jump hook.
Kasama ng dalawa sina Alex Malyari, PJ Simon, and for the first time on the floor, Leo Horda. Nabatin niya si Mac Barakel, L.A. Tenorio, Vernon Macklin, Billy Mamaril, and Chris Ellis. Nice move coming from Mac Barakel for the finger roll.
So one of the guys for Ginebra who is versatile in terms of skill set. Itong si Mac, we know that he can hit the three, but he is also an excellent post-up guy.
26-19 ang nasa ating talaan. Ginebra back up by 7 points. Ping looking to go back-to-back. Nilwa lang ng ring. Macklin over to Ellis. On the move. Ellis with Simon to beat. Oh, everything but the shot for Air Force Ellis. Oh, he gets it right back.
He's not gonna miss this one.
Ellis, throws it down. Despite the chase from Alex Malyari.
Malyari needs to protect the ball a little better against a guy like Chris Ellis.
Talk about making it up. Ay! Bumawi din naman sa kabilang tulo.
You know, that was nice that he went after LA again. He wanted to appease his mistake. But if it was him, he doesn't want players to go back and forth.
LA misses. Here comes Malyari. Patawid dito sa kabilang dulo. dribbles at the post. Quick spin against Mamaril. Nakita si Ping.
Nice pass by Denzel West. I thought he was stopped there. Papunta ng baseline, but he had the presence of mind to look for fingers in the middle.
Nakita niya, tumulong lang kasi. Ito si Macklin. Nabasa 5 ang abante ng Ginebra. Tenorio to Macklin on the roll. Goes glass. Niluwa lang ng ring. Earlier on, Coach Jolas, you touched about etong Barangay Ginebra. Siyempre, bagong coach ang head nila for this Commissioner's Cup as we take another look at that Ellis swipe and slam. Kita na natin, nag-struggle to begin with etong Barangay Ginebra as Alex Malyari got those 2 points right back. How long is this going to be a work in progress tingin mo para sa Barangay Ginebra?
Well, you know, sometimes, kagaya ng sabi ni Mark about sa interview ni Erica kanina na they don't want to look at the other teams about what they can do, they doing to them, but it's more on themselves not doing much or not doing enough. You know, you start with the defense. Dahil yung defense naman, puro naman sipag at lakas ng loob yan eh. And if you don't have that, then eventually your team will suffer in terms of yung team defensive schemes ninyo.
Backfire nga lang yung sticky defense doon, yung bagong pasok na si Rob Labagala. Malyari has a few inches of height advantage kontra dito kay Rob. Simon on the catch, pull up in front of VMAC. No go. Yancy now part of the 5. As well as Nahorda. Malyari looking to attack, taken away by Ellis. Labagala on a 3-on-1, lobs it up. Oh! Sumobra lang yung pasa.
He just got too excited. He knew he had no chance on that shot. Yung alley-oop na yun. But he wanted to dunk it.
29-23. Ginebra by 6. And a foul is called here. Ingris ang napituan ng offensive foul. Take another look at that last sequence. Yung science na science. Nadakdak sana para dito kay VMAC. Pass was a little too high. Pinwersa na high. Macklin yun.
And again, it was the second turnover for Malyari, a guy who palaging tinututukan ni team ito in terms of how he wants to execute yung offense nila.
Of course, itong rookie na si Alex Malyari, this is his first taste. Unang tikim pa lang niya ng Manila Clasico. Last conference, he was playing with Petron. Bing, looking for Yancy. Yancy, shake, big, nowhere to go, pero meron namang foul. As Joe Devons is set to check back in, second personal foul na dito kay Mamaril.
Ito yung player na galing sa San Mig Coffee na hindi masyadong nabibigyan ng pansin si Yancy because it's an import, unlimited import conference. Usually it's a suffer yung big guys. Yeah, we have to remember, last season, si Yancy, he was one of the more consistent guys sa San Mig Coffee.
As Pingris is being replaced here by Devons, Meyerhofer papasok na rin para naman kay Mamaril. Yancy goes 2 for 2. Baba na sa 4 ang abante ng Ginebra. Meyerhofer kontra Devons. They get it over to Barakael. Nahorda bantay niya. Barakael looking to attack. The one-hander is good.
There was really nothing going on that offensive set dito kay Ginebra, and then Mac Barakael just, you know, decided, wala na nangyari dito, sige, pupunta na ako ng basket.
Nahorda gustong bumawi. Picks up his dribble. He gets it over to Simon. Ellis sticking to him like glue. Yancy at the post. 5 to work with. Yancy. Force shot on him. He fades away. No good. At sa rebound play, merong loose ball foul. Ayun na Horda. This whistle for this one.
This is where Ginebra has a problem, Magoo, pagdating na ng substitution nila, yung second team nila. As we pause for a timeout.
Marami
marami tayong ginagawa ng mga schedule ng mga activities ko, na different activities sa province.
So Congressman, why don't we invite everybody to support this coming PBA All-Star?
Yes, please, inananyahan ko po kayo, number 1, para iboto lahat ng mga PBA All-Stars natin. At manood ho kayo.
Maraming salamat, Congressman, and we're looking forward to go to Davao for this event. Balik sa inyo dyan.
Maraming salamat, Eric, at maraming salamat sa lahat ng taga.
Yes, yun si Congressman Mark, kapitbahay ko yan sa amin, sa Pilinda. And actually, teammate ko yan sa village namin pag nag-inter-village kami.
Pinapayagan ka ba sumali doon?
Oh yeah, dahil matanda na ako, pwede na ako sumali.
Import ka pa rin, dapat bawal ka.
No, sa amin, open. Anybody can join.
Kaya, lugi mga kalaban. 33-27 is the score. Etong Barangay Ginebra, back up by 6 points. Nahorda, pull-up jumper from 15 is good.
Leon Nahorda, one of the guys who was a very awkward jump shot. Pero akala mo, ba't ganito tumira? Pero he makes it all the time.
Reliable din naman no? As Barangay Ginebra and San Mig are playing all Filipino at this juncture. That is kung hindi import ng bansag dito may kagiwan.
Oh, nice.
Nice escape by Rob Labagala.
They're getting production from all over the bench in Ginebra, which is what they need. They need a little more production from anyone. Actually, anyone who pwedeng mag-support sa kanila ng basket, then that's going to be a bonus.
Simon with Mamaril showing on it. They go to Devans. Meyerhofer left half a step behind. Forced to give up the foul. Both imports making their way back onto the floor. Bowles and Macklin sasabay din ang pasok para sa San Mig naman. Ito si Maroka. Nagkamali yata ng papalitan. Ito si Bernard Macklin kaya si Meyerhofer.
Nasa low po sa floor. Buti na lang he stepped out.
Bago maiapot yung bola, hindi technical yun. As Bowles.
Excellent challenge by Macklin.
Macklin, oh! Nice control on the run by VMAT, letting Bowles fly by before throwing it down.
Why was that so nice? Ito si Macklin contested Denzel Bowles' jump shot and leaked out and eventually led that one-man fast break.
Yancey for 3. Couldn't hit it. Macklin gets it over to Labagala. Walo ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Labagala looking for the cut from Amaril. He decides to pull the trigger. Airball tuloy ang resulta. Take another look at that last pass break. Labagala to Macklin. Ang ganda ng one dribble niya para gamitin yung ring to protect that leather. Nalalagay mo pala magpapawi sa kanya.
And he saw the guy to his right, Denzel Bowles, and he had enough presence of mind to go to the other side of the basket.
DJ Simon right in front of Kagiwa will miss. Barangay secures it. Labagala gets it over to Kagiwa. The spark kontra dito. Kay Simon, pull-up jumper. Kagiwa delivers. And Coach Tim Cohn has seen enough. 4:26 remaining in the second quarter. Barangay Ginebra back up by 10 points. 39-29. Timeout muna para sa San Mig Coffee. Log on to facebook.com/Barangay Ginebra for more details. San Mig faithful, Barangay Ginebra faithful, every time sila ay magkikita, siguradong alaskahan, hiyawan at palakpakan ang kalalabasan.
Yun na nga, but may pinogos na fan doon. I don't know kung fan nila James Up sa kasi Pingris. Hindi siya nahihiya. At pinapakita niya siya yung fan. Usually kasi nagtatago sa camera yung mga fans.
Maroka on the move, pulls up, one-hander doesn't work. Kagiwa, kinalawit pa. The spark. Oh, what a crossover. Talas lang yung kanyang tira. Simon babawi. Uy, hop, step, and a layup para kay PJ.
It looked like a traveling, But it was a good move by PJ Simon. That was 1 against 4. Ito si PJ.
Excellent control display there sa kanyang footwork. Galing dito kay PJ Simon. Wala nang 4 na minuto bago tayo bumalik sa Active Center with Miko Alili and Coach Ronnie Magsano. Mamaril continues to hurt San Mig from the outside.
As you get older, sometimes you get to develop the confidence to shoot from the outside. Billy Mamaril is a testament to that. Kasi pag tumatanda ka na, hindi ka na masyadong makaka-drive. You just have to develop your jump shot.
11 and 2, 5 of 5 from the field para dito kay Billy so far here in the first half. Bulls puts it on the floor, looking for Devon, slapped away here. Denzel Bulls, a quiet 7 points pa lang ang kanyang naiaambag. Si Vernon Macklin, 7 points na rin naman para sa Ginebra, pero mas maingay yung kanya dahil meron dakdak. Devon's fly-by move, nilalang ang ring. Ellis to Tenorio on the run. Teniente looking for Meyerhofer. They turn it over. Barroca. Holy ka! Ni Chris Ellis. The rookie
What a
not giving up.
sequence!
Tenorio on the move. Drops it off. Meyerhofer is fouled.
I gotta see that again in sequence na yun.
Chris
Ellis on a
Ellis
chase down.
jumping out of the gym. Ito ko Jonas.
Akala mo hindi na maaabot. And the Denzel Bulls trailing.
He was a step and a half to 2 steps behind, still managing with his hops. Another chapter in this storied rivalry unfolding right before our very eyes in the recent past. Nito lang nakaraan na Commissioner's Cup, isang crucial na matchup din ang pinagtapatan netong magkabila.
Oo nga, pero pagkatapos nun, sila yung pinalo nila yung San Mig Coffee para dun sa automatic na semifinal slot. Pero pagkatapos hindi na sila nanalo ulit dito sa San Mig Coffee.
Once, nakaisa,
Nakaisa lang out of how many games? About 5 or 6 games?
3-1 no? Yung naging resulta nung best of 5 na yun. Yun yung kasi may tama na yung mata ni Mark Caguiba.
Right, yun yung bumagsak siya and then nabagok na yung ulo niya sa floor. Pero yung Ginebra, it wasn't that far long ago mag-do that yung nag-start sila na din sa kasama. But they were able to get themselves out of the hole at pumasok pa sa finals in 2008.
They actually won that. That was the last championship para sa Barangay Ginebra back in 08. Fingris kontra Meyerhofer. At the post, double team ng Hilaw. Itong si Tenorio. Fingris pa rin, 6 to shoot. He picks up his dribble. Devon's flip shot, no good. Devon's with his own board. Boom! At inabot kay VMAT. Fingris in trouble. Now they lose it. Chris Ellis steps on the gas. Ellis to Tenorio. Slicing through. Caguiba. Bepreno, PP hit. Macklin for the board. And Barangay Ginebra will reset. Ay, wag daw, sabi ni Caguiba. Meyerhofer keeps it alive. Once again. This time, he punches it through. You do not leave Mark Caguiba twice at the same spot open like that.
It just means to me that Mark Caguiba is out to win tonight. It doesn't matter if he probably missed all of his shots, but he's going to continue to take his shots.
14 points na ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra, much to the delight of the Ginebra faithful in attendance. Mark Caguiba, same spot. This time, he makes him pay. Natawa din siya na, libre ko? Again?
Sabi niya, akala ko mamimiss ko pa to. Hindi na.
This is now the largest lead of this contest. Coach Tim Cohn not liking the effort of his boys. Offensive rebounding is all about desire. Hindi nagbabox out yung mga nagbabantay doon.
Right, pero para sa atin, let's look at what Ginebra is actually doing differently tonight. They are defending the basketball on ball, help side, and they're running their transition very well. And para sa akin, ito yung missing link sa Ginebra, their defense and their transition offense.
Caguiba now in double digits. James Yap gets 2 of those right back. 9 puntos naman para dito kay Big Game. Less than a minute and a half remaining here in the second quarter. Tandaan po natin na Miko Alili, Coach Ronnie Magsanak will be rejoining us at the half sa ating pagbabalik sa Active Center. Kagiwa couldn't dial that one in. Baroka ends up with the leather, pushes it hard. Pero the number's not with them. Baroka hindi maipagpag itong si Tenorio. Bulls attacking the baseline. Kicks it out, taken away by Ginebra. Quick hands on the part of LA.
Again, the defense of Ginebra working right now. And 33 points for San Mig Coffee. I think that's going to be the best points given up by Ginebra in 7 games. But we have to check that now.
Excellent first half defensively para dito sa mga nakapula. Tenorio in traffic, kicks it out. Ellis for 3. Punches it through.
Credit LA for that assist. LA was so happy. Itong si Ellis na shoot na yung passing niya sa corner.
Points off turnovers on your screens. That is what is hurting San Mig Coffee. Ingris goes the other way. Ginebra can offer the last possible attempt. And Chris Ellis, who instructions from Coach Al Francis, will call for time. 30-second timeout to. Barangay Ginebra gusto ng pandiin bago matapos ang ating first half.
Yes, but before that, I think LA got caught on a switch na dapat hindi nila sinwitch. And San Mig Coffee smart enough to recognize that, and Joe smart enough to look for another guy to see fingers on that shot. But right now, you want to end this half, Magu, on a good note.
We take a look at the next 3 games para sa Barangay Ginebra. We mentioned this kanina, talk and text next Sunday. Tapos Meralco on the 22nd before they take on Barako Bull once again on the 24th.
Hindi dumadali yung buhay para sa Ginebra. They have to go up against talk and text. Also one of the hottest teams right now.
At para naman sa San Mig Coffee, Meralco sa 15, Air 21 sa 20, and Alaska on the 23rd. Yan po ang next 3 games na magkabilang koponan. 48-35 is the score. 13 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Largest lead was 15 just moments ago. Barangay turns it over. LA nagagalit.
That just kills me. Off a timeout and then he can't execute the play coming in.
Sabi nga ni LA, dapat sumunog na lang siya na isa pang 30. Devans, no. Devans pa rin. Ayaw talaga for the shoot. Ellis with a Hail Mary. No. Go. Pero Barangay Ginebra with a solid first 24 minutes here. Coach Jolas up by 13 points.
You cannot ask for a better first half para doon sa Ginebra, giving up only 35 points para sa San Mig Coffee, who's actually won their last 3 games.
So yan po ang ating score at 48-35. Pero bago tayo bumalik sa Active Center, meron muna tayo makakakwentuhan dito, Coach Jolas. At special ang ating magiging bisita. None other than the reigning MVP, Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Mark, you guys are 1-5, but your faithful has come out in full force once again. Is this inspiring, this solid first half for Barangay Ginebra?
What else can you do? We're 1-5. Wala nang pupunta kundi pataas na lang. Nasa ilalim na kami. Maganda lang ginagawa namin ngayon. It's, we're shooting the open shots and we're making it.
Mark, you know, how frustrating is it for you? Ang tagal mo na naglalaro sa liga and you've been playing splendidly so far, but hindi nag-result sa mga panalo for you guys.
Mahirap talaga, no? Madaming palit-palit ng mga players eh. So, talagang minsan talaga mahirap kapain yung mga ibang players kung paano maglaro. Di ba? Almost every conference, iba-iba yung players eh. So, mahirap mag-gel talaga. So, it's gonna take, time talaga.
Mark, looks like your defense has started to show up as a team here. What else should we expect in the second half?
Hopefully more defense and make shots like this first half.
Thanks for your time, Mark. And good luck in the second half. So it is a 13-point ball game. Barangay Ginebra abante kontra San Mig Coffee dito po sa Manila Clasico. Standby lang po kayo. The Active Center is coming up on the other side of this break. What was a spectacular play on both ends of the floor by Barangay Ginebra. Welcome once again inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum para sa pinakabagong edisyon ng Manila Clasico. Mag-umargin po kasama natin si Coach Jojo Lastimosa. Pinabanggit na ni Coach Ronnie Miko. Playoff atmosphere na tayo dito. Andito pa lang tayo sa elimination.
Right. More on the side of Ginebra. Dahil pag natalo pa sila dito, wala na talaga sila. and it's one step of being eliminated from the playoffs kung ako yung Ginebra. That's why they're playing right now with a little bit of desperation.
And they opened this ball game with a bang. Aba, alley-oop play kagad right from the get-go. Mula kay Tenorio papunta kay Ellis, pero itong San Mig Coffee goes to James Yap. First 5 points para dito sa Coffee Mixers galing kay Big Game, much to the delight of San Mig Planet. Billy Mamarildo, aba, ibang klase rin ang kanyang pinakita.
5 of 5.
5 of 5, 3 for 3 right from the get-go, from the perimeter, really hurting San Mig Coffee. At syempre, ang Barangay Ginebra, yung puso nila, hinuhugot nila galing kay Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Eto, malolocate siya ni LA Tenorio. 3-pointer is buried by the Spark. Barangay Ginebra taking this game by the horns.
And as you see the field goal, it was the stat line na ginahanap natin before the game kung ilang percent yung shooting ng Ginebra. They're shooting 61% from the field, and on our defensive side, they're only giving up 33%. That's why they're up at 24-7 sa first quarter.
Pagdating ng second quarter of action, takdakan ang ating natunghayan. Unahin natin. Para sa Barangay Ginebra, etong si Chris Ellis. Getting away sa pagkakataong yun, everything but the shot, but he makes up for it right there, right then, taking it away and throwing it down despite the chase down. And it was also more of Mark the Spark Kagiwa in that second frame. Bulls will miss. Rebound goes to Ginebra. Labagala goes to Macklin for his own version of a two-handed jam before Mark Kagiwa wrapped it up by putting up more points on the board para sa Barangay Ginebra.
Well, a half that you want to put in a bottle, Magu, that you can always draw pag kailangan mo. Para sa akin, ito yung perfect na first half for Ginebra because they defend well and they shot well on the other side.
Ito, no, si Chris Ellis at 5 and 2 in that second quarter. Denzel Bulls was held scoreless, Coach Jonas.
But this is only the first half. We know that San Mig Coffee is very good towards the home stretch. It is the second half, so it is a guy who we will have to watch down the stretch.
Let's see how San Mig Coffee responds as we open this third quarter of action. We are inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum, right in the heart of the metro, dito po sa Cubao, Quezon City. Joe Devans kasama si Denzel Bulls. They immediately go to him. Foul whistled on either Mamaril or Macklin. Kasama ng dalawa sina Pingris, Baroka, and Yak. Billy Mamaril ang napituan ng kanyang ikatlong personal foul. Kalaban nila ngayon, itong sina Mamaril nga, andyan din si Macklin, Ellis, Tenorio, and Kagiwa. At para malaman natin, Coach Jolas, ano ang mga napag-usapan at the half, balik tayo kay Erica.
A very happy Ginebra ang nakita ko sa dugout but still very focused. Sabi nga ni LA, kalma lang. At sabi naman ni Coach Al, sustain the defense and energy and everything else will follow. Sa kabila naman, medyo lugame because they weren't able to respond well sa preparedness ng Ginebra. They just need to execute better on both ends of the court and tapatan ang energy ng barangay. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica. Binanggit mo na, no? That first half might just be the best first half of the Commissioner's Cup para sa Barangay Ginebra. Pero ang importante doon, binanggit ni Erica, they look happy pero still focused, Coach Jonas.
Yes, that should be the proper attitude because again, this is only the first half. Hindi pa, kulang pa sila ng 24 minutes. And ang nawawala dito sa pinag-uusapan natin, Magu, is how LA Tenorio has orchestrated the first half. He had 8 assists, in the first half. Hindi siya masyadong tumira, 3 attempts lang, but 8 points that resulted in 16 points.
Vernon Macklin throwing it down. Parang gusto pang magpasabit sa pagkakataong yun. LA Tenorio with another dime. Last time around, kontra Rain or Shine, LA actually registered a double-double of 17 points and 10 assists. Dito lumalapit na siya doon sa assist total na yun. Baroka in trouble at the corner. Somehow got it to Bulls. 3 to shoot. Pingris has to put it up. And he bails San Mig out with those 2 points.
Morocco was able to get rid of that ball. Binoble sa doon sa corner. And if you double, somebody will be wide open.
12-point lead para dito sa mga nakapula. They go to the post. Macklin contra Bulls. Fakes a handoff. Macklin with 10 to work with. Jump hook. Malayo. Bulls for the rebound. San Mig goes immediately to the post. James for 3. In and out. Macklin to Tenorio. 2 minuto mahigit na lumilipas sa ating third quarter. Up step and a block by Devans. But Ginebra keeps possession. Mahaba pa naman sa kanilang shot clock. Kagiwa pick and roll with Macklin. What a sidestep by B-Mac!
What a play by Kagiwa. And Macklin, he was actually wide open from 18 feet. But hindi yan tinira, he knew that he's not gonna get that shot off.
Macklin showing his footwork here. Bulls gustong bumawi sa kabilang dulo. Denzel against 2. They swing it around. Baroka has LA to contend with. Bulls, nice up fake. Runs into Macklin. That's a personal foul. Una pa lang naman yan para dito kay Vernon.
Number 22, Vernon Macklin. That's his first.
Take another look at the last couple of sequences. First, that throwdown by Macklin, and then pinakitaan tayo ng power. Ngayon naman, finesse. Showing us a little more each time we see him etong si B-Mac.
Well, as you can see, all his shots are all coming from inside, coming from a screen, and he dives to the basket. He doesn't want to have the ball in isolation at the post. But he knows what his strengths are.
It's on assistant coach Art de la Cruz.
May nawarningan pa sa Barangay Ginebra. Assistant coach Art de la Cruz being warned here. 52-39 is the score. Macklin at the post. And now facing up against Bulls. Macklin. One dribble, jump hook. No, Pingris for the board. Devans looking for Bulls. Nakasil na kontra kay Macklin. Nice recovery by Barangay Ginebra. James on the move, loses that leather. Baroka hesitates, runs into trouble. He's on the floor. Kagiwa takes it away. Tenorio, fancy pass to Kagiwa. Back to LA. No go on the deep jumper.
Minsan, pag matagal ka hindi tumitira, parang kinakalawang yung kamay mo eh. And LA, an area where he's been really struggling is just a three-point shot.
Some color developing between Bulls and Mamaril here as Devans looks to attack Kagiwa. Baroka dribbles it off his leg. Yap has 3 seconds on the shot clock. Here's a long one. Bang! James Yap from the parking lot.
Ouch! You play so well for 22 seconds on your defense, and all of a sudden James will just hit a 30-footer. So that just kills you.
52-42, San Mig Coffee now within 10 points. Kagiwa, pull-up jumper from the baseline, gets 2 of them right back.
Good answer by Mark Kagiwa. You thought kasi yung ganung tira ni James medyo nabubuhayan na yung team niya, but Mark Kagiwa going back right away and scored the 2 points.
Balik sa 12 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Baroka orchestrating. They want Devans to attack Kagiwa. JDV makes it pay that time around. Nothing Mark can really do.
Yeah, but it's not really Mark's fault. They know that they're going to have a mismatch on Joe Devans, but they need to send somebody, whether weak side or even the guard who's passing the ball. They need to double up and help Mark.
Double black eye para sa Barangay Ginebra as Kagiwa loses that leather. PJ Simon checking back in para naman dito kay Baroka. Ito yung long 3-pointer galing dito kay James. Kita mo naman gaano kalayo yun.
That's a 30-footer. Ganun kalayo yung tira na yun.
Big bailout coming from Big Game. James Yap now with 12 points across his name. Simon gusto namang postean. Etong si Tenorio. Nice fronting defense by LA. Pingris too strong on the kick out. Papunta sana kay Bulls.
Saan nag-umpisa yung depensa na yun? San Mig Coffee wanted to go to PJ Simon. Pero dininay siya na LA. They tried to get the ball around. Yun nag-turn over to sa kick-out pass.
Ginebra by 10. Macklin contra Bulls. They go to Ellis. Ellis dances with James. Takes off. Too strong on the reverse. Bulls for the rebound.
That was supposed to be a really easy shot for Ellis.
PJ controlling his pace. Bulls at the post. Back to Devans. Nice two-man game para sa San Mig Coffee. Coach Francis Chua forced into this timeout as San Mig Coffee is now within 8 points. JDV to Bulls, back to JDV for the 2 points. 54-46 is the score. Barangay Ginebra looking to protect this 8-point lead. San Mig Coffee and their faithful, yung San Mig Planet, gising na dito sa loob ng Big Dome.
The usual temperature for Smart Araneta is right around 24 degrees, 22 degrees. But right now, Magu, I think it's close to 30, 32 degrees. Ang init dito sa Araneta ngayon.
Kasing init ng nagiging bakbakang ating natutunghayan. Tenorio scoops it up and in! Ang 4 na puntos pa lang yan para kay LA, pero he is approaching double digits in terms of assists. Sabi nga, LA has to look for a shot.
Yeah, somehow he needs to look for a shot. But right now, the concern really for Ginebra is to get everyone else going in terms of scoring. And LA is doing that for his team right now.
Denzel bowling over Mamarel. That's an offensive foul.
Excellent defense by Billy Mamarel. Hindi masyado nabibigyan ng credit yung defense ni Billy, but he's one of the most physical guys dito sa PBA.
Kita mo naman yung dinaanan ni Tenorio sa pagkakataong yun. Mga higanting mahaba ang galamay in advance and bowls. See if he can do it again. Ellis ngayon may tangan ng bola. Hits it over to Mamaril. 17-footer. Billy continues to hit.
He has the jump shot going tonight. Ito si Billy. Ano ba nakain ito ni Billy? I think he hasn't missed tonight. 6 of 6 for 12 points.
Ingris looking for James. He launches a 3. Air ball. Para dito kay Yap.
Why can he make a 30-footer and can't even make a 23-footer?
Baka na-baby ng konti dahil malapit niya. Kagiwa. Showing him how it's done. Mark the spark with a huge triple. Balik sa 15. Ang abante ng Ginebra.
You gotta love the attitude of Mark Kagiwa right now. Ang tagal na natin nakikita si Mark doing all the shooting, you know, his attitude towards the game. And for me, I think he is one of the ultimate warriors dito sa PBA. Every night he comes in, he always comes out to play hard.
So it's 61-46. Coach Tim Cone burning another timeout here. He's only going to have 3 full and 1 30-second timeouts remaining the rest of the way. 4:55 pa natitira sa quarter number 3. And with this report, balikan natin si Erica Padilla.
Alam nyo ba na itong si Mark Kagiwa para mawala ang pagkadismaya sa mga talo nang hiram ng baby ng family friend para lang maaliw, and mukhang maganda ang naidulot ng sanggol na iyan dahil talaga namang napakaganda ng ginagawa ng Ginebra. Balik sa inyo?
Nakakakalma pa pala pag kami sanggol.
Ay, gumawa ng sarili ng baby?
Issue yan.
Para ganun, araw-araw maganda yung game niya.
Next time pagka may lakad ako, pwede kayong babysitter to si Mark. Sanggol din ako sa bahay as Jade Shop will miss. San Mig keeps possession though. King looking for Devance. Masyadong mababa yung pasa. Ball will remain with the white shirts. 18 seconds pa naman sa kanila shot clock.
Good idea from Joe, but it was right on the feet of Fingris, right on the feet of Fingris.
James against Kagiwa. One-on-one. The one-hander. Air ball. Bulls underneath. Goes reverse. Is fouled.
You can't believe how big Denzel Ball is. You know, not until pag sumama kanya sa floor right now, this guy is huge.
Denzel takes care of that first free throw, and for more on Bulls, balikan natin si Erica.
Because of his MCL last October, January lang daw talaga siya ulit nakapag-practice. Kaya naman, he's not 100% yet, but he's not bothered because of the good chemistry of their team. But he still can't wait to give a big game soon. June na raw, and when he gets in shape, sasabog daw siya para hindi masira ang kanilang record. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica. Yung binabanggit nga natin kanina pa, Coach Jolas, yung nakakatakot kay Bulls, hindi pa to 100% in terms of his game shape. Pero ibang klase na kanya.
You know, he is probably working on a 75% right now. And if he gets in shape in 100%, some of the layups that he cannot finish around the basket, yun ang nagpapakita na hindi pa talaga siya 100%.
Ball is loose. Sherwin Gacko now, partner 5 para dito sa San Mig Coffee. Simon may tangan ng bola. Pasa niya, papunta kay Bulls. Napalik din sa kanya. Denzel on the follow. Ayaw talaga. Pero isa sa mga nakapula, naka-last touch ng bola.
Well, I like the defense though of Ginebra right now. They are contesting every shot dito ang binibigay ng San Mig Coffee.
Gacko against Ellis. They go to Bulls at the post. Denzel. Quick attack doesn't work. Yancy. Put back. Ayaw pa rin. Bulls on the third serving. Iba na ang malaki para dito sa Sampayan Brigade ng San Mig Coffee.
That's just too many offensive rebounds para dito sa San Mig Coffee. And eventually, he never will have to figure out. And
Collapse pa on the part of Ginebra. 8-second backcourt violation.
going back to the offensive rebounds, it's one of those things that you need to avoid also because Magu, ang hirap dumipensa kung paulit-ulit mo ginagawa in sequence. So if you make a stop, you should be able to get that defensive rebound.
61-50. San Mig Coffee looking to cut into this 11-point deficit. Ball spinning into the lane. Right on cue to sa report ni Erica. Denzel Bulls going into his monster form. Kagiwa, pull-up jumper, 19-footer, no. Bulls first 12th rebound of the contest. Malyari has it blocked by Macklin. Macklin fouled on the run by Yancy.
I thought Ellie played Malyari well on that sequence. Cutting off his driving lane, akala ko tatawagan ng offensive rebound, offensive foul ito si Malyari right there. But good help side defense dito kay Macklin.
Kirby Raimundo nagbalik na sa seg para sa Ginebra, pinalitan si Mamaril. Makael nandiyan dyan din, magkakasama nila si Tenorio, Macklin and Kagiwa. Tenorio goes reverse. Beating Malyari off the dribble.
Well, Malyari is not that slow either, but he got beat by Ellie, and no weak side help para sa San Mig Coffee.
Malyari is joined by Simon, Bulls, Capo, and De Ocampo. Massive lineup para kina Coach Tim Cone. Bulls steps back. No, Yancy has it snapped away by Raimundo. Tenorio looks up court, one-hander to Kagiwa. Back over to Kirby from the elbow. Kirby couldn't deliver. Macklin against two is fouled.
I love the effort of Macklin right now. He hasn't really scored that much, Mabu, pero he has shown a lot of fight tonight.
Nag-iisang nakapula in that sea of white underneath as Rob Lagabagala checks back in. Magpapahingayin muna si Teniente with less than 2 minutes remaining in this third frame. Macklin against Yancy. He wants to attack. VMAC goes to Labagala from the outside. It's good.
Nice find by Macklin on the weak side, sagging off dito kay Rob Labagala. He was able to carry that shot.
4 bonus points galing dito kay Little Robbie. That gives Ginebra another 13-point lead. Malyari couldn't beat Labagala off the dribble. Now he goes to Yancy. Elbow jumper, no. Gacko underneath. Battling for it. Bulls puts it off that glass for 2.
Give Jerwin Gacko a credit for that offensive rebound na binigay niya kay Denzel Bulls at finishing it.
May kasama pang pick, ano?
May kasama
Hinarang
pang,
niya eh.
may pick pa na hindi naka-square na alam mo, parang binraso niya lang.
65-54. Raimundo puts it on the floor, kicks it out. Kagiwa against Simon. They go to Macklin. Quick move. In the lane is fouled, and Macklin and Yancy are exchanging words. Di nagustuhan ni BMAC yung pagkakahataw sa kanya ni YDO.
It was just an honest playoff-like foul na binigay nito ni Yancy. He was beaten right here on the drive. Parang bola pa ngayon tinamaan eh.
Pero yung kanan yata, meron pang extra sa
Yung
likod.
kanan ba sa likod? Ayun, may push, may doon sa kanan niya nga nasikop.
May
Paano
extra.
mo nakita yun?
Eh, nasa labing tayo. May extra, may pabaon. Vernon Macklin shooting just over 40% from that 15-foot line. Takes care of the first.
He has that unusual release na medyo pinupos pa ng konti yung wrist niya before he releases totally.
Parang, pero ito, nag 2 for 2. Mukhang naglag yan ng WD-40.
Yeah, and who cares about my form when you make 2 for 2?
67-54, Barangay Ginebra back up by 13. That's how we began this half. Sana isang minuto na dito na sa quarter number 3. Simon catches, looking to attack the baseline. Door shot on him by Raimundo. Bulls putting on the move. Bulls all the way to the hole.
Well, Macklin was telling Kirby right that he was screened off. So, automatically he switched already.
Slight differential between the quarter clock and shot clock. Ari pa bumalik ang bola sa San Mig Coffee. Nabagala, in traffic, in trouble. Somehow got it over to Raimundo for the shoot. Kirby has it taken away by Malyari. Malyari in a foot race with Kagiwa. Alex all the way. What a finish here para sa San Mig Coffee to cut this deficit to 9 heading into the fourth and final frame. 67 para sa Ginebra, 58 para sa San Mig Coffee. The final 12 minutes coming up sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum para sa latest edition ng Manila Classico. Hinahanap na natin ang ating mga ulalang mahal ng masa fans of the day. Mula sa masarap, malaman, mura at kind pinyag kasi easy to open. Ulalang ready to eat ulam para sa masa. Mahal ng masa, ulalang 15 pesos lang. 67-58 ang nasa ating talaan sa pagbubukas ng fourth and final quarter. Itong Barangay Ginebra, which once led by as much as 15, is trying to protect this 9-point lead. Mag-umargin po kasama natin si Coach Jojo Lastimosa, one of the 25 greatest Filipinos to ever play the game of basketball, na birthday boy din ngayon. Happy
Yes.
birthday again, Coach Jolas.
Again, thank you. Again, celebrating my birthday here.
Ang dami nagtitweet sa akin, mamaya papabasa ko sa iyo. Pakibate si Coach Jolas. Mamaya.
Thank you. Thank you to all the people who greeted me on my birthday. And I'm not 50 yet. I'm just 49 years old.
Tumawad pa.
And my mom also will be celebrating her 80th birthday sa Wednesday.
Hey, happy birthday po, Mom. As San Mig Coffee finds Denzel Bulls. Look out, look out. There was a foul on the pass. But Mark Baroka is shaken up dito sa kabilang dulo. PJ Simon looking for the exclamation point to open this final frame. Inabot siya ng foul bago pa man niya maipasa. Dito tatamaan itong si Baroka as he crashes to the floor. Pero Pablo Bagala giving up the foul on PJ Simon on the pass. Pero sabi ni PJ, okay, kukunin ko rin yung 2 points na yun. This is the closest San Mig has come in a long, long while. Ito na lang ang abante ng Ginebra.
And this is where it gets really difficult for Ginebra about finishing this game. And you know, the energy of Ginebra right now has really gone down tremendously. But give San Mig Coffee credit for coming slowly back into this game.
This massive lineup giving Ginebra fits. Kako, Yancy De Ocampo, and Denzel Bulls combining for a really tall front court para sa San Mig. Chris Ellis nagbabalik para sa Ginebra. Pinalitan muna si Kagiwa. Malyari and Simon complete the 5 for San Mig. Macklin nandiyan in trouble. Baraka-El launches the 3. No go para sa Barangay Ginebra, pero they will retain possession. Mamaril checks back in para kay Raimundo. Pasadaan na natin yung kanyang makakasama. Baraka-El, Macklin, Tenorio, and Ellis.
And you might be wondering, bakit nandito sa loob si Jerwin Gacko?
The energy na binibigay niya.
As the energy that he brings you, the complexion of the game right now for San Mig Coffee, believe it or not, it changed because Jerwin Gacko is on the floor.
Tenorio for 3. No go dahil meron ng foul before the release. Illegal pick. Given up by Billy Mamaril. Pang-apat na yan, Coach Jolas.
I thought that was really unnecessary for Mamaril because he already hit the guy on the screen. He just extended out his left arm to hit Malyari on the neck.
San Mig Coffee looking to pounce. Now within 7 points. Bulls picks up the 5th foul on Mamaril. And para sa Ginebra faithful, doble sakit niyan dahil sa ganda ng nilalaro ni Billy Mams.
And who are you gonna put in? Replacing ito si Billy Mamorel. And now he's coming back with Kirby Raimundo on the floor.
Pero hindi umabot. Ito si Kirby. Bowles has Macklin to deal with. Bowles! Huli! Ni Mac Barangay! Tenorio lobs it up! Macklin completes it on the reverse!
Defensive stop, transition offense is what's been lacking for Ginebra right now. In the first half, they had 18 transition points.
Yancey for three. Rattles out. Everything but the shot there. Napatalon yung buong bench nila. Tenorio in traffic, gets it out. Mamaril looking for Ellis. Will settle for Barangay. Back against Gago. One-hander. No. Malyari will look to settle things down para sa San Mig Coffee. He gets it to Simon for the pull-up. Ellis above everybody for the rebound. Tenorio looking for someone to run with him. Lima na kalaban niya dun. LA will sue for time. Nice decision on the part of Tenorio dahil parang walang nangyayari sa set na yun. 9:42 remaining sa ating Manila Clasico. Ginebra is up by 9. Slowly but surely, itong si Teniente Tenorio is strengthening that connection with Vernon Macklin. Kaya naman, gumaganda talaga, nagiging laro ng barangay dito.
Yes, again, we cannot look at LA right now in terms of what points he's bringing to the table right now. It's more of his general overall, kumbaga, kinukontrol niya yung buong game through his assists, his passing.
10 asista para kay LA. Gawin mong 11. Tenorio really stamping his class on this squad. Balik sa 11 ang abante ng Ginebra. Evans from the left. Gets it over to Malyari. Here's a three. Matalas. Rebound battle na kanino. Devons prevails. Bothered by Tenorio. Malyari picks it up. Malyari to Simon. His own version of a three. In and out. Para sa San Mig Coffee. Tenorio on the run. Gets it to Macklin. For the throwdown.
Wow! I have not seen Ginebra play this fast before. Parang panahon pa ng Fast and Furious to nakikita natin. And there's no JJ Hazelbrand on the floor.
And the big dome is rocking and rolling. Chance of Ginebra echoing through the halls. Simon Tugaco barreling his way through. Raimundo for the rebound. Binuot pa nila si LA Tenorio. They gotta get it across. Barely gets there is LA Tenorio. Muntikan pa mga 8-second violation. Tenorio looking for Macklin. Gaco is right there to take it away.
I think LA is really tired right now, and I think he should be given a break. And it should serve well itong Ginebra pag nakapahinga si LA ng konti. Then he will just have to come back maybe last 4 or 5 minutes.
Mahigit 8 minuto pa natitira dito sa latest edition ng Manila Clasico. Yun yung pang-10 assist na ito ni LA Tenorio. BMAC finishing in emphatic fashion. 6, 4, and 12 is the stat line para kay Teniente. So far, mahigit 8 minuto pa to.
Yeah, and look at him right now. Nakatukod siya sa tuhod niya. Ibig sabihin, talagang pagod nitong mamang to ngayon.
Buwis buhay na. Inaalay dito ni LA Tenorio. Lahat alay para sa barangay. San Mig Coffee, how do they respond? The rookie, Malyari against Raimundo, runs out of space. Bulls from the outside, one to shoot. Nakapakas na. 24.
You can see that Denzel is not shooting his outside shot tonight for some reason na hindi pumapasok, and he is just going to the basket all the time.
Nag-hesitate na no? Kahit against the shot clock. Pinwersa pa rin niyang ipasok yun. Kagiwa is back on the floor. Gets it to Raimundo. Kirby spinning into trouble. Here's Ellis from the baseline. No. Bowles for the rebound. Gets it to Yap. James on the run. Has 3 guys to contend with. Reset nila ang atake nila. Devons over to James. Bulls from the outside. The looper works this time around.
You probably heard me that he's not taking his jump shots.
Right on cue, Denzel delivers from the perimeter, pero 11 pa rin ang abante dito ng Ginebra. Kagiwa kontra Malyari. The spark. Aloy natira, wala. Ellis for the putback.
And still, no sign for LA going off the floor. Si Coach Chualay doesn't want to take any more chances. He wants LA to be on the floor up to the last minute of this game.
Amoy na ba nila ang kanilang ikalawang panalo? Game Shop wants to change that, so overshoots the mark though. And the ball will go to Ginebra. Coach Timcon upset with Mark Baroka dahil hindi nila naitakbo yung play na gusto niya.
Well, right now, Coach Tim is a little bit frustrated because nothing is really going for them. The triangle is not really working and it's all been isolation.
Sa puntong ito, silipin muna natin ang ating Prestone Pool under pressure play just when San Mig Coffee came roaring back to within just 7 points. Tenorio found Macklin on the run, brought to you by Prestone Pool, and prevents overheating, works better than water alone. Now in a cool new packaging. And for more on our Teniente, balikan natin si Eric.
The main concern for LA is to sustain and heighten their defense. Kailangan tuloy-tuloy ang depensa for 48 minutes para daw yung laban nila against Barako. Dinagdag pa niya na dahil kulang sila ng legitimate big man and legitimate shooter, mas lalong walang excuse para magpahinga. Balik sa inyo.
Thank you, Erica. Tingnan mo naman, ayaw talaga magpahinga ni Teniente dito.
At nakatulog kay LA yung konting pahinga nila sa timeout na yun. Mga 1 minute break. Dito mo, may legs na gagawin going up to the basket.
Back to 15 ang abante rito ng Ginebra. 77-62. They've only given up 62 points up to this juncture, Coach John.
Again, ito yung kasi ng depensa na gusto mong ilagay sa bote. Okay? Pwede mo kunin anytime you want.
Joe Devance found a way to get 2 points sa sequence na yun. Less than 6 minutes remaining dito sa loob ng Smart Araneta Coliseum. Kagiwa up and under, gets the roll. Minsan, mas mahirap pa sa magaling yung maswerte. Mas mahirap kalaban yung.
Oh yes, pero si Kagiwa, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na swerte lang siya ngayon.
Devance in trouble, gets it to Yap. The one-hander doesn't work. Si James hindi makakuha yung bounce dito sa kabilang dulo. He's been stuck at 12 points. Tenorio in trouble, loses that leather. Malyari picks up speed. Ellis to beat, 3-on-1. Malyari is fouled on the pass. So for the second time here in the fourth quarter, Ginebra managing to give up fouls on the pass pagkadihado sila sa pass break na San Mig.
Yes, and they got bailed out there. Si LA was complaining for a foul on transition. Sa kabila naman, Malyari was going to the basket. Hindi veterano, yung veterano kasi pag nakita mo pumito, hindi mo na ipapasa yun.
Diretso na no? Napakinggan na tuloy siya dito ni Coach Timcon. Mark Pingris back on the floor.
Well,
Para sa San
it's
Mig
been a
Coffee.
while. Yeah, it's been a while. He's been sitting on the bench.
Foul away from play. Right on the pass, rather. Fourth personal foul on Vernon Macklin. Pang-limang team foul naman para sa Barangay Ginebra. Any other foul other than offensive will mean free throws para dito sa San Mig Coffee.
If San Mig Coffee wants to get back in this game, they have to start now. It's only down to about 5 minutes and they're down 15. And now 13 points.
Devance all alone for the offensive rebound plus putback. Kagiwa didiskarte dito sa kabilang dulo. Macklin asking for it. They go through Raimundo. Kagiwa once again now gets it over to Macklin. Attacking Bulls. Mac wanted to throw it down. Is fouled. Iba yung gigil ano na itong Vernon Macklin.
What an aggressive play from Macklin. Alam mo naman hindi niya titira yun even if it's 6 feet away or 8 feet away from the basket. He still wanted to drive that and he wanted to slam that ball.
So Vernon Macklin will be tested. Last time around 2 for 2 siya.
I'm seeing again his quirky release. Mas maganda pa yata tira mo dito. Ngayon sa kanya pumapasok sa'yo, hindi.
Eh, yun lang naman alam kong gawin eh. Mag-free throw, walang banta yun eh. 3 of 5 so far. Make that 4 of 6 para dito kay VMAP. Big improvement para sa kanya so far in this game. Because before tonight, he was shooting just 37.5%. San Mig Coffee has their flow disrupted there. 13 segundo na titira sa shot clock nila.
Again, the defense of Ginebra clicking that time. Somebody get beat. Somebody has to help on the weak side. Dropping down and help himself.
Baroka looking for Yap. They go to Devance underneath. JDB has repeatedly made them pay. Siya talaga ang nagtatayo ng bandera dito para sa San Mig, pero 12 puntos pa rin ang kailangan bunuin nila.
Yun na nga, and that's very few points in between nakikita natin from San Mig Coffee. They're not really stringing up bunches of points, maybe 4, 6 in a row, or 8 in a row. It's just pakonti-konti lang.
Ellis from 18. Too strong. Bulls to Devance on the run. Andun din si James Yap. Baroka likewise on the left. Still Devance. Not that time around. Denzel underneath. Couldn't muscle it through, but will have to earn his points from the 15-foot line.
You see a little bit of frustration din dito sa San Mig Coffee, and not only for the players but the coaching staff. Somehow, nothing is really clicking for San Mig Coffee tonight.
Denzel Bowles, a 68% shooter from that 15-foot line, is 5 of 8 so far here tonight. Takes care to first. Billy Mamaril, foul trouble and all. Coming back in para dito kay Kirby Raimundo. 5 personal fouls na, no, para dito kay Billy Moms. Let's see if he can watch it for the last 3:37 ng ating Manila Classico.
This is only a 10-point ball game, and you still have a little over than 3 minutes on this game. Ang dami pang pwedeng mangyari sa game na to.
Kagiwa earning some clock here para sa Barangay Ginebra. Less than 3.5 remaining. Dating Super Bowl Sunday. Kagiwa in trouble. Tenorio has 7 to work with. Pick offered by Mamaril. LA, he's in trouble. Taken away by James. Baroka will have a layup sa kabilang dulo, and San Mig is within 8 points. Coach Alfrancis Chua wants to talk things over. 80-72 is the score. Barangay Ginebra up by only 8 points. Now, etong si Vernon Macklin and Denzel Bowles are sizing up to each other so far.
So far, I think each guy has really canceled each other out. Medyo lamang din si Denzel Bowles ng konti. Pero Vernon Macklin giving more sa Ginebra in terms of energy and running the floor. And yun ang gusto mo sa inboard. Hindi nagdidemand masyado ng bola. And he's just, flowing with their offense.
Denzel Bowles, 23 and 16. Samahan mo pa ng 4 na assist. Laking bagay nun. Si Macklin naman, 18 and 15 so far with 2 dimes.
But then you have to also factor in anong support ang nakukuha ng Denzel Bowles tonight. Nothing much from PJ Simon and even from Mark Pingres. And James Yap has been stuck in 12 points right now, and we're down to the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Tenorio in trouble, gets it back out to Ellis. James Yap scoreless here in the fourth quarter. Kagiwa to Mamaril, 6 to work with. Somebody's got to go para sa Ginebra. Kagiwa is fouled! And that looked like a 3-point attempt.
It looks like a 3-point attempt, but they're going to review it right now, and Mark Kagiwa did a good job selling that little contact that he had from behind.
3 shots parating para kay Mark Kagiwa. Right there, clear as daylight behind that 3-point line.
That was a clear show from the left hand of Mark Pingles.
Kagiwa takes care to first. Mark the Spark leading Barangay Ginebra in scoring. Kahit import conference tayo, sila lang nila Gary David yung ganyan, na sila pa rin ang scoring leader kahit merong mga import.
It's maybe a factor of gumagaling yung mga player natin or hindi ganun gagaling yung mga import na dumarating dito. So it's either way.
Either way, you can argue all day.
Yeah, you can argue. Because dati, we're so used to overscoring 40 to 50 points a game. Pero yung mga locals din natin, mga 25 rin ginagawa.
2 of 3 lang ang nagawa doon ni Kagiwa, pero good enough for a double-digit lead para sa Ginebra. Less than 3 minutes remaining for San Mig Coffee to try and mount the comeback. Yap looking for that leather. Ellis all over, big game. Maroka to Devance. Barrels his way through. No. Tapi ka ng bola. Pupulutin ni Kagiwa. Tenorio on the run. Wala pa si Bowles. Pero wala din naman si Mamaril. Kaya magsusunod ng oras si Teniente dito. Mamaril. Over to Macklin. Looking for Tenorio. Beating Maroka by half a step. He kicks it out. Kagiwa for three. No go. Rebound battle. Will stay with Ginebra at with 2:03 remaining, hindi pa pwedeng i-review yun.
Even the referee, I thought, hindi nila alam kung kanino ko ibibigay. Depende kung saan pupunta yung mga player.
Nagtaka siya, ba't binitawan ni Macklin? No? Ba't hindi niya sinabol? Baka kanila. Pero nahirapan din sila mag-inbound dito. San Mig, their defense, stepping it up here.
And now you're gonna hear it from Coach Tim right now complaining about the referee.
Pero it was already called and hindi naman mababago yan, hindi pa mare-review, not in the next 3 seconds at least.
I don't know if the referee, the official, was looking at the clock. Under 2 minutes naman, he raised his hand. If I can review it, I don't think I can review it.
Kokol ko na lang. Let's take a look at it, Coach Jolas. Macklin was actually tagged on the arm, pero it was Macklin's last touch. The foul cannot be reviewed, and possession with more than 2 minutes remaining also cannot be reviewed.
You know that, so there was a contact obviously there, but wala na nga review, wala tayong magagawa. Now the referee has decided that it's Ginebra ball.
Siguro sinabi, last touch nga, napaul naman. Yun na rin yun. Tenorio closes it. Now any out of bounds can be reviewed within the last 2 minutes of the game. San Mig down by 10. What will they do? Maroka looking for Ping against Kagiwa. Pingris is fouled. Penalty na ang Barangay Ginebra kanina pa. Perfect scenario for San Mig. They can earn 2 points without the clock moving.
Naawa lang kasi ako dito kay Mike Kagiwa because he's always been posted up at bigger guys. And again, dapat tulungan mo yung mga players na medyo nahihirapan sa matchup problem. And wala namang ginagawa yung Ginebra on that instance. They needed a stop on that junction and they knew Mike Kagiwa was against a big guy.
Pingris goes 2 for 2, baba sa 8. Ang abante ng Ginebra, a minute 47 remain. Si Ellis na magtatawid dito ng bola against Lou. His pass, tatabig to James. Maroka looking for JTB. Yep, underneath, gets the basket, may kasama pang foul.
You don't want to turn the ball over. And the problem there right now is LA has been denied totally by Maroka, and they wanted Ellis to bring the ball down when he was trapped.
Nagpanik etong si Ellis.
It was also a botch play para dun San Mig Coffee, and it just ended up in the hands of James Jackson.
First basket of the 4th quarter for James, and he completes that 3-point play. What a time for him to find his stroke. 5 na lang ang inahabol nila dito.
This is the time where you need to slow down. I'm talking about Ginebra, to slow down the team. They're still up 5 points, and all they need to do right now is just get a clear shot at the basket.
But same thing, ha? Inbound, and let's call nose for Vernon. Listen, mamaya, pag nandito sa loob, LA, ikaw mag-inbound. Dito ka, set pick, out. Tapos dito tayo, ha? Dito.
Coach Jolas, Barangay Ginebra will now be down to their final full timeout. Ang San Mig Coffee na kanina pang gumagamit ng timeout na maga, 3 pa natitira, 2 full at 1 30.
You know, because there was some rallies na minount ng San Mig Coffee kanina, and then si Coach Walay trying to arrest the situation. That's why he ended up with 1 timeout already right now. And to me, this is one crucial possession that they need to score or at least burn down the 24 seconds.
Kagiwa maglalabas. Gets it to Mamaril. Tenorio di discarte para sa Ginebra. 1 foul to give para dito sa San Mig Coffee. Less than a minute and a half remaining sa ating Super Bowl Sunday. The Manila Classico edition. Kagiwa with 9 to work with. Gets it over to Macklin. Back to Kagiwa. Here's a 3. Mark the spark. Kagiwa with a cold-blooded 3.
basket by Mark.
Bulls in traffic is fouled. What a bailout shot with their shot clock winding down, Coach Jolas.
And the only guy who can probably make this shot 9 out of 10.
Mark Kagiwa buries it, which is 5 seconds remaining on their shot clock. Ang problema, si Billy Mamaril dito sa kabilang dulo has fouled out. 13 points, 3 rebounds para kay Billy Mam. 6 of 6 from the field, yung 13 points na yun.
Great performance by Billy Mamaril, not only with his scoring, but the defense and the hurt and the pain that he has brought dito sa import na binabantayan niya tonight.
Denzel Bulls calmly sinking that first free throw. Crucial situations in the free throw line. Parang Denzel Bulls, synonymous na yan.
Sa clutch free throw shooting. Ano ba nangyari doon? Biglang
He was standing up to this test of emotion.
Right,
Yung linya ni Kuya Miko na yun.
and it was the game 7 and making 2 free throws in that crucial situation.
Raimundo in the front court, 85-79. Ginebra by 6 points. They're wasting away the time. Tenorio still has 10 on their shot clock. Now will make his move. Tenorio splitting 2 defenders. Gets it to Kagiwa. Here's another one. Bang! Mark Kagiwa is a man possessed.
Wow!
James Babawe. Oh! Big shot by James Young.
Just a little bit too late right now for San Mig Coffee.
Ellis make sure of those 2 points. Barangay Ginebra up by 8. San Mig Coffee will be looking for a miracle here with 34.2 remaining in this game. After the big triple na pambawi ni James F. dito kay Mark Kagiwa, nakalimutan nilang depensahan si Ellis sa kabilang dulo.
Yeah, straight baskets dito para kay crucial baskets para kay Mark Kagiwa. And even on transition, as the James Yap scored, quick inbound at nakashoot si Ellis.
So it's 90-82, 3 possession lead para sa Barangay Ginebra. Naaabot na ba nila? Naaamoy na ba nila ang kanilang ikalawang panalo dito sa Commissioner's Cup? Or can San Mig still pull one out here? Is there enough time?
Well, sad to say, 8 points down, 34 seconds. They need some quick stops and 3-point shots. And, you know, it's looking a little bit very dim para dito sa kupunan ng San Mig Coffee.
Come on over, keep going, go ahead. That's it, here. All right, let me look for it right there, big. Read across the floor. All right, Mark, right to the baseline. No, you're not, you're holding, you take it. Let Joe screen on his head. It's not over. And then you hand to him right there. All right, screen on him.
So San Mig Coffee will have to dig deep. That may be an understatement, Coach Jolas, dahil 8 puntos ang kailangan nilang bunuin dito.
They need a sort of a miracle para makahabol pa dito sa Ginebra itong San Mig Coffee.
Bulls looking for James. He gets beyond the arc. Here's a 3. Bang! San Mig has to foul. And they will be testing Luis Alfred Tenorio with 24.4 seconds remaining.
But they're not on penalty yet though. And the crucial situation here, it's a crucial situation where you need to get, as you see James up here taking the really relaxed 3-point shot.
Yun ang naging problema na San Mig. Meron pa silang 1 foul to give. So ngayon pa lang sila mamimigay ng free throw with 20.8 seconds remaining.
Sometimes pag wala ka pa sa penalty and you need to foul, it goes against you.
Nag-backfire pa, no?
Right, na wala ka pa sa penalty.
So yung 4 seconds na yun, give or take, tignan natin if it will bite them in the behind later on. LA needs 2 to make it a 3-possession lead. Tenorio calmly sinking the first.
LA has been great all throughout this game, not really forcing his shots and looking for his teammates.
Tenorio scoring his 10th point of the game. Another double-double for the second game in a row para kay LA Tenorio.
Double-double, but coming away, going home with a victory, it's so different than having a double-double and going home naluhaan ka.
17 and 10 nung nakaraan etong si Tenorio para sa gabing ito. 10 and 13 and what might be a win.
And I would say that Ginebra should be able to pull out this victory, and the 13 assists of LA, if you factor that in, that's a potential 26 points na binigay ni LA kung hindi pa 3-point shot yung assist na yan. So it could be more than 26 points. So you add his 10 points, that's a total of 36 points.
Everybody up on their feet inside the Smart Araneta Coliseum. This capacity crowd just waiting for the final horn, 20.8 seconds away. James Yap has come up with 2 big 3-point shots. Will they go back to him? Devon's looking for James. Here's another 3. Not that time around. Pingness with a rebound. JTB punches it through.
Quick inbound. There you go.
Quick inbound para hindi makaset ang depensa. No?
Exactly right. At para di makadating yung double team para sa'yo.
So LA Tenorio once again will be at the line. Still needing both.
Yeah, you still need a little bit of insurance because you never know. And San Mig right now has only 1 timeout left, which should also be in favor of Ginebra dahil pag mag-miss si LA dito kung timeout sila, which he makes this first one, konti na lang yung habulin nila kung mag-miss si LA and they can call a timeout, pero yun na yung last one.
Coach Tim Cohn will still have to map out 2 baskets here. Now make that 2 3-pointers. Dahil ani mga bante ng Barangay Ginebra.
And if they make another 3-point shot, okay, this is the scenario. So they will be down 3 points. And he has no more timeouts. Yun ang problema dito ni Coach Tim. And then he needs to hurry up his offense right away.
Adidas Body Care, we out back. U7 Builders, Papa John's Pizza, Maynila, Global Prices, and Philippine Airlines. Our radio partners, 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 West and 96.3 Ginebra.
Alright, that's James. James is time. Mark, you're taking it out. Alright, I want you to come on up, screen this side. Alright, for Joe. Joe, you run to that corner here. And then Joe screen, you run to that corner there. Alright, okay? Alright.
Coach Tim Cohn needing a quick hit here, and it needs to come from deep.
Yes, and it has to be a 3-point shot because wala na sila magagawa. A quick 2 would not really help them out. And he's also out for a timeout. But definitely, Ginebra's gonna switch all screens right here.
Well, with San Mig go, Bulls natitira ng 3 dito. Denzel, no, and that should do it. Mark Kagiwa colors the board. Chris Ellis looking for Macklin for the exclamation point. Barangay Ginebra will pull off their second victory here in the Commissioner's Cup, and it is at the expense of San Mig Coffee. What a Manila Clasico.
And Tim Cohn didn't like that last basket by Ginebra because it was already a 1-ball game. And I have seen Tim Cohn na nagagalit din sa pagpanalo ka na, huwag mo na dagdagan. And it doesn't take away the fact that Ginebra played an excellent game tonight, not only from the first half, but they finished this game, bringing the intensity on defense, even in the second half.
San Mig had their moments. They came to within 7 points. Pero itong Barangay Ginebra digging deep within themselves, led by etong si Teniente Tenorio, and of course, the big shots coming from the rating MVP, Mark the Spark Kagiwa. Pero ang ating best player for this particular Manila Clasico, none other than the Lieutenant, Luis Alfred Tenorio. 12 points, 13 assists, LA. Ibang klaseng depensa pinakita nyo at ibang klaseng pagtitimon yung diniskarte mo.
Well, first of all, gusto ko magpasalamat kay Lord. Binigyan kami ng strength kasi talagang wala na eh. Kailangan talaga namin manalo this game, and he gave us the strength na kailangan namin. Ayun nga, yun ang kailangan namin eh. mag-sacrifice sa offense at saka kailangan namin malaman kung ano talaga yung role namin in this team. And this game, pinakita namin yung ganda ng depensa namin and hopefully magtuloy-tuloy na yan.
LA, medyo nakikita ko yung difference ng role mo dito from Alaska and dito sa Ginebra. You know, pagdating mo dito sa Ginebra, you have Mark there as a scorer. And for you, medyo nahanap mo na yung role mo as a court general dito sa team na to. And you have shown tonight, last 2 games, you have averaged in double figures in assist.
Yun nga, siguro yun yung talagang role ko dito sa team na to. Yung parating ko ang sinasabi, my role in this team is completely different sa Alaska. And you know that, Coach Joe.
Pero hindi ko sinasabi sa iyo na hindi ka pa rin nakaka-score. Okay?
Mukhang hirap na nga score.
Okay.
Pero LA, gano'ng kadali ang buhay? Na yung target mo, reigning MVP, ibang klase mga tres yung binitawan ni Kagiwa sa gabing ito.
Big shot. Ay, kilala naman natin si Mark talaga, ititira talaga niya yung mga big shots na yun. And hindi lang si Mark, the whole team talaga, nagtulungan talaga kami sa game na to and nag-commit talaga kami going to this game na we'll play defense 48 minutes. Yun talaga yung, kasi kilala namin ng BMIG, talagang papahirapan din kami. So yun din yung ginawa namin, kailangan din namin sila pahirapan.
LA, isa pang magpapahirap sa inyo yung susunod yung kalaban. Talk and text, tropang texters this coming Sunday. Pagkakataon mong imbitahan ang lahat ng galamay ng barangay.
Sa lahat ng mga Barangay Ginebra, sana patuloy kayong sumuporta sa amin. Sa Sunday, especially sa Sunday, talk and text, magkita-kita ulit tayo sa Sunday at patuloy kayong magdasal para sa team natin. Yun. Maraming salamat.
Congratulations once again, LA, and congratulations to Barangay Ginebra. What a Manila Clasico. The Ginebra faithful still here inside the Big Dome. Talagang inaabangan nila ang lahat ng mapapanood nilang sequence dito. Sa ngalan ng aking partner na si Coach Jojo Lastimoso at the birthday boy ni Erica Padilla, director natin na si Direk Dong Kapitpoyan at producer na si Randy Victoria. Magumarjan po, nagpapasalamat sa inyong panonood. Stand by for the Active Center. This has been a Sports 5 production of the PBA on Active.